has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Farmers, be ready this planting season by contacting Yield Advantage for all your seed and planting equipment needs. They carry high-quality products from Precision Planting, Intelligent Ag, Copperhead Ag, Outback Wraps, Ware Parts LLC, Midwest Seed Genetics, and more. Yield Advantage can help your planter from basic service parts to liquid fertilizer setups. All of the latest technology and often significantly less than buying a new planter. Be ready to hit the field by contacting Yield Advantage, 218-517-7878, or online at yield-advantage.com.
Do you experience pain, tingling, numbness, freezing, or burning in the hands and feet? Does your balance feel off? Tired of sleepless nights? You may suffer from neuropathy. Dr. Andrea may be able to help. Neuropathy is a serious disease where nerves begin to break down, leading to balance problems and other complications. Our program addresses the causes, not just the symptoms. See if you qualify for our neuropathy program at Hornstein Family Chiropractic. Schedule a consult with Dr. Andrea at Hornstein Family Chiropractic, 701-672-1300. Hornstein Family Chiropractic, where chiropractic care is a family affair.
The folks at Tyler Farm Supply understand that farming is hard work, and that's why they only offer durable and reliable short-line farm equipment that you can depend on. Whether you're a small-scale farmer or manage a large operation, they have the tools that you need to get the job done quickly and efficiently. Plus, with their competitive pricing and financing options, Tyler Farm Supply makes it easy for you to get the equipment you need without breaking the bank. Give them a call today, 701-642-8827.
When challenging conditions arise, we don't back down. We up our game. We outpace the competition. Keep you ahead of adversity. We keep you equipped and bring you solutions that hit close to home. Channel leads the field so you can rise above. See how at channel.com/rise.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls, Breckenridge, and Hankinson. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Turnaround, cute designs, and so many options. It's totally made for you. Comfy Vibes Co. Fast, trendy, custom, yours. Check us out at comfyvibesco.com.
For 75 years, Corner Drug has been your trusted Health Mart pharmacy in Wahpeton. As the prescription specialist, we're dedicated to your health. We provide immunizations to keep you safe, along with health pack compliance packaging for easy medication management. Plus, our medication synchronization ensures all your prescriptions are ready when you need them. Experience personalized care and expertise at Corner Drug, where your health is our priority.
Insurance is an important safety net for your family, your home, and your business. Carlson Family Insurance Agency is your local auto owner's insurance provider. At Carlson Family Insurance, they work for their clients, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their #1 goal. Give Carlson Family Insurance a call for all of your personal, farm, business, and crop insurance needs. 701-672-6002 or at cfiagency.com. Carlson Family Insurance, your auto owner's insurance agent.
Every morning, we start our day with a purpose. To care for each other. Beyond hospital or clinic walls. Helping people feel seen and heard. Because family, friends, and community mean everything to us.
This is who we are, and this is what we care about.
Hey
there.
So we have 30 seconds
to tell you
why you should be a member of FCCU.
First Community Credit Union is member-owned.
But aren't all financials member-owned?
Nope, they're not.
Many have stockholders that drive decisions.
As a credit union, we put our members first.
As a matter of fact,
that means all the money that we make,
cha-ching,
gets reinvested back to you, our member owners.
So come see why.
Life is better with community at First Community Credit Union.
Comdell Innovation is now hiring production technicians for a variety of shifts with opportunities to make $20 or more per hour. Work in a clean, climate-controlled facility. Second shift, 4 10-hour days, every weekend off, 3:30 p.m. to 2 a.m., and 4-crew rotation, straight days, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., or straight nights, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Apply in person or online at ComdellInnovation.com. Comdell Innovation of Wahpeton, an employee-owned company.
Every business.
Abby Johnson with the home run, just about to stray away center field.
Good evening, basketball fans. The days are getting longer, and we are way past the midpoint of the North Dakota Girls Division A girls basketball season. And the home team, Wahpeton Huskies, only have 6 games remaining. You've tuned in to Three Border Sports Network tonight to see one of those games. Tonight, our matchup out of Region 1 in Division A is the hometown Wahpeton Lady Huskies taking on the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers. I'm your friendly neighborhood history teacher, Noel Eckroth, and I'm joined tonight by my co-host for the 3rd game in a row. We've seen a couple good games against the Central Cass Squirrels and Wahpeton Huskies. We saw an outstanding girls game where the Cardiac Kids pulled off an overtime win against the Squirrels, and the boys managed to pull out a 53-50 win against the Squirrels as well. But tonight, joining me high above the Wahpeton High School Gymnasium in the Crow's Nest is our high school principal and expert color analyst, Mr. Steve Hockert. It's good to have you here tonight.
It's good to be back, and looking forward to a good basketball game tonight.
It should be a lot of fun. This is going to be a great Region 1 matchup in girls Division A basketball. And once again, I'd like to welcome everyone to the Yield Advantage pregame show. Yield Advantage is the precision planning, sales, and service center for the southern Red River Valley. You're watching us tonight streaming on YouTube, on our other YouTube channel. Joe Schreiner and Camden Kelson Yards, probably Chad Affield as well, will be covering the Breckenridge Cowboys taking on the Hawley Nuggets. That should be a great game over on the Minnesota side of things. Tonight, we're on YouTube, but Coach Hockert and I, Principal Hockert, we are also going to be on Red River Communications, Channel 28. And we'd certainly like to thank Red River Communications for their support of live local high school athletics. Red River Communications, internet with a human touch. And with that, I'm going to go back to Coach Hockert and the Yield Advantage pregame show, and we're going to check in with the coach, the principal. He's got a few keys to tonight's game. What are you looking for tonight when you have the Lady Huskies taking on the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers?
So looking at the game a little bit, offensively, I think a balanced offensive attack for the Huskies is going to be crucial. The Huskies want to obviously establish their big scores with Woods and Piper Nelson to set the tone offensively, but during this 3-game streak that the Huskies are on, they've had some key contributions from the Mauks, from the Langenwalters, Falk, the Pulskamps, and Amaya Max. Have all stepped up with some timely scoring for the Huskies. So I feel like to get this one, get the big 2 going, but also some timely scoring. The second thing I think in this win streak, Noel, is that they've had a lot of second chance points. If you watch them play Northern Cass the other night, they had a lot of offensive rebounds and second chance, and I call them money balls, but a lot of people call them loose balls, but I call them money because they're second chance and they're opportunities to score. So one of the biggest differences between the win streak is the effort on the offensive glass. So I think that's something, like in this matchup, that we need to watch, is if they're going to win the offensive rebounding match and rebounding period. Defensively, people that know Coach Watson, he likes to make teams feel uncomfortable, and he likes to mix up his looks that he does, switching from man-to-man to trapping zones in both the full court and the half court. Expect the Huskies to apply pressure on the ball. They've done that the last 3 games also. So they want to force Oak Grove into turnovers, but they also want to force them into be uncomfortable and take shots that they don't normally want to take. So let's look for that defense to create some turnovers and maybe some easy opportunities on the offensive end. And then the last one, just control the momentum. Play your game, and I think the Huskies will be okay.
Great analysis, and you mentioned the 3-game win streak that the Huskies are on, trying to push it to 4. The Huskies have also won 6 of their last 9. They're one of the hot teams in Region 1. Right now, they're a half game ahead of Kindred in second place. They meet Kindred next Thursday in a doubleheader here, and of course, 3 Border Sports Network will be carrying that one for you. So make sure you tune in next Thursday. That could be a really great game against featuring 2 very good teams.
Yeah, obviously they want to take care of tonight to be able to get to that game and keep their second place lead, but the Huskies are really, they're a young team throughout their whole lineup, just with a couple seniors, so they're playing well at the right time of the year.
Absolutely. It looks like Coach Watson has them starting to peak, and as we look at the 2 teams and break them down just a little bit more, the Lady Huskies, coached by Brian Watson, have an 8-7 overall record. In Region 1, though, their record is 7-3. Strong record in Region 1, and they're winning those important games within the region. They're sitting in second place, like we mentioned, with a half-game lead over Kindred. Everybody's looking up at the Valley City Highliners. For Fargo Oak Grove, the Grovers are coached by Mr. Chad Slater. They have a 9-8 record in Region 1. They started off hot early this season. They had a mid-season slide with a 5-game losing streak due to injuries. In Region 1, they're sitting at 5-5, fourth place, and this certainly is a dangerous team. The 2 teams met on January 12th, and the Huskies in Fargo pulled out a 70-48 win. In that game, Piper Primetime Nelson, the Huskies point guard, put up 28 points in Fargo. And the Eastern media, that catches their attention if you score points in Fargo.
Yeah, the media likes Fargo, and obviously it's home, and I do recall that game when the Huskies played them, and Piper had a great game, but I also think defensively they put a lot of ball pressure on them, and they forced a lot of turnovers, which created some good looks on the other end.
Also in that game, Claire Woods put up 15 points, and they got 9 points out of Ashlyn Mad Max, the microwave, and Claire Langenwalter had a nice game with 9 points. Coach Watson will be back with us after a 1-minute break, and he's going to give us a little bit of outlook as to what's going on, put his fingers on the pulse of Lady Husky basketball. We'll be back right after this.
With dedication, hard work, and high-speed broadband, that idea can grow into something giant. The member organizations that form BAND are proud to support North Dakota businesses every step of the way, from the soil to the stadium. The Broadband Association of North Dakota, helping North Dakotans grow bright ideas into big business.
Having the right insurance team will change the way you view insurance. Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm. My staff and I believe insurance is a tool that can help you plan for what can go wrong so you can focus and invest in what can go right.
Amanda and her team are dedicated to serving you and the community. They are local, committed, and a trusted insurance team. See why they've been voted Best Insurance Agency 7 years and counting.
Come see us. We'd love a chance to work with you too.
Smith Motor.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Yield Advantage pregame show. I'm Noel Eckroth, and I'm joined right now by Lady Husky head coach, Mr. Brian Watson. And you've had an exciting recent couple of games going back to last Thursday. Right here at Wahpeton High School, your Cardiac kids pulled out a 73-69 win in overtime. You had a big three-pointer from Piper Nelson. You had clutch foul shots from Claire Woods. And then you go on the road and get a win at Northern Cass. Maybe tell us a little bit about those two games.
Yeah, the game here against Central Cass was a barn burner. And we got off to a pretty good start in that game. And then, as good teams do, Central Cass stayed in it. They worked their way back into it, like an 11-point lead. And then they're able to get back in it and tie it up and send it into overtime. And I felt like for our kids, it was a good game for us to have and for us to come out on top, because it was a lot like a playoff game. And we had been asking the girls to, play with some composure and to be able to finish games. And that was one game that we were able to make free throws and, run our stuff when we needed to and execute down the stretch. And I felt like it was just kind of a game that put us over the hump.
Great. Coming up tonight, we got a great Region 1 matchup. The Fargo Oak Grove Grovers are in town. You played them on January 12th and got a 70-48 win up there. Piper Nelson had a great game with 28 points. Claire Woods does what Claire Woods does, and she had 15 points, played a good game. You had a couple players with 9, Ashlyn the Microwave Max and Claire Langenwalter with 9, so you had a little bit of outside shooting going as well.
Yeah, that was a game that we shot it really well, especially in the first half. Claire Langenwalter had 2 threes early in that game. Piper, that was kind of her coming out party this year so far. We kind of been waiting for her to heat up like that, and she was on almost all night long. There was a stretch there in the second half where we didn't shoot it very well. Then we were able to go inside to Claire Woods, and that kind of loosened some things up on the outside again. Piper was able to knock down a couple, and then Ashlyn didn't have the best first half, didn't shoot it very well. She wasn't real happy with herself throughout the course of the game, and I kind of mentioned to her, I said, hey, you're gonna make some shots here. And then down the stretch, we needed a bucket, and we ran a little set for her, and she knocked it down. And I just looked at her, I said, hey, I told you you're going to make one of those, and put a smile on her face. So, I hope that we can continue to play some good basketball. We had a good game against Northern Cass. We were able to finish that game out. Again, another sort of close game for 3 quarters, and then we're able to get going in the fourth. But I think for us, we're going to have to play a solid basketball game. Oak Grove's a good basketball team. They can knock down shots. They gave Kindred a good run in their last game. Had Kindred kind of on the ropes for the whole first half, and then Kindred kind of got going in the second half. So we'll see what we can do. Sophie Geigers is good, and Hovland's good. So we're going to have to see if we can play some good, solid basketball here tonight.
I see last game, Harper Brunsvold had 17. Sophia Geiger, you mentioned her. She had 9 last game. So what are you kind of expecting to see out of the Grovers tonight? Man, zone, do they mix it up? What do they do on offense a little bit?
Well, those 2 girls we're going to have to try and contain as much as we can. And then they mix it up a little bit. I think, maybe we'll see some zone here to start. And then maybe we'll depending on what happens, they could stay in it, and then maybe we'll see some zone some man mixed in there too as well. I also expect them to bring a little bit of full court pressure, and we'll have to see if we can take care of the basketball. That's been kind of our Achilles heel at sometimes. We turn it over a little bit too much, but I think we're getting better as the season goes on here.
Well, you're playing really well recently. You've got a 3-game win streak going. You've won 6 of your last 9. You're a half game ahead of Kindred for second place in Region 1. Do you feel like it's coming together for your team? Do you feel like you're peaking at the right time?
Well, I think that we're playing better basketball. We're getting, to that point here late in the season where we have to, be playoff ready. And I feel like we're kind of turning the corner here. Like I said, we did some good things against Central Cass in a pressure situation. We did some good things against Northern Cass where it was a close game, and then we kind of had to turn it on, and we were able to do that. So I want to see if we can continue to play good, solid, smart basketball against a region opponent, in a game that really does matter here going down the road.
You heard it right here from Lady Husky head coach, Mr. Brian Watson. Thanks for joining us tonight, and good luck, Coach.
Thanks, Noah. I appreciate it.
And that's going to put a wrap on our Yield Advantage pregame show. We're going to transition now to the Hornstein Family Chiropractic starting lineup. Hornstein Family Chiropractic, your journey to wellness awaits you. Your journey begins here at Hornstein Family Chiropractic. In just a moment, we're going to turn it over to Wahpeton Public Address announcer Chris DeVries. And Adeline Picken, it looks like, will be singing our national anthem. Get yourself ready. This is going to be a real treat of a national anthem. Adeline Picken, a member of North Dakota's All-State Choir, will be singing. Now we go to Chris DeVries.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to salute the flag of our nation. Please rise, remove your cap or hat, place your right hand over your heart, and stand at attention while Adeline Picken sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the most bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Once again, that was Adeline Picken saluting our veterans past and present with a great rendition of the national anthem. Back to Mr. Chris DeVries.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Husky Den at Wahpeton High School and tonight's contest between the Oak Grove Grovers and your Wahpeton Huskies. A goal of high school sports is learning lifetime values. Sportsmanship is one of those goals that make this contest a positive educational experience. Please help our school be number one in sportsmanship. And now the starting lineups first. For the visitors on the scoreboard, the Oak Grove Grovers. A 5'7" sophomore, number 1, Harper Brunsvold. A 5'7" senior, number 5, Sophie Geiger. A 5'9" junior, number 11, McCall Johnson. A 5'9" freshman, number 12, Peyton Hansen. And a 6'2" senior, number 32, Carolyn DeYoung. The Grovers are coached by Emily Johnson, Sophie Sparrow, and head coach, Mr. Chad Slater. Fans, the Wahpeton Lady Huskies have been on the court since they were in elementary school. They want to show their support for that tradition by showcasing our younger teams. Tonight they have some special guests on the floor with them. Please join them in welcoming the third grade travel team, the Wahpeton Huskies. Number 4, Vivian Moss. Number 5, Windessa Kappas. Number 11, Bella Complin. Number 18, Cadence Formanak. Number 23, Everly Flores. And number 48, Ruby Line. The Huskies are coached by Casey Formanak and Scott Complin. They will be scrimmaging at halftime. And now the starters for your Wahpeton Huskies. A 5'5" sophomore, a 5'6" 8th grader, number 2, Piper Nelson. A 5'8" junior, number 10, Cambry Mouk. A 5'7" sophomore, number 12, Gracie Falk. a 5'6" senior. Number 22, Claire Langenwalter. And a 5'11" sophomore, number 45, Claire Woods. The Huskies are coached by Rod Brewer, Patrick Golan, Lakin Marinowski, head coach Mr. Brian Watson.
And that's it for your Hornstein Family Chiropractic. We're going to switch now to our tip-off sponsor. The opening tip is brought to you by Tyler Farm Supply, your short-line farm equipment dealer since 1985. And you can find them in beautiful downtown Tyler, North Dakota. Thanks for the assist, Principal Hockert. That worked out really well.
I do what I can.
In tonight's earlier games, shout out to Coach Patrick Goulon. He had an undefeated C Squad team. However, they were tripped up tonight by the Horace Hawks 55-47, and the Huskies win the JV game 59-20. And we're underway after the tip. Early shot goes up. Woods rebounds it. Gets batted around. That's Gracie Falk with the offensive rebound.
Right off the bat, second chance for the Huskies.
And the Grover defense challenged Cambry Mauk to shoot it, and she made him pay with a three-pointer.
Huskies coming out with a little man-to-man, full-court pressure. Like to see that on the offensive end, Noel, the second chance, and then Mauk knocking down a three.
Great shot by Cambry Mauk, and she's been playing really well lately. Huskies with a steal. Claire Langenwalter lost it. That's stolen right back by Oak Grove. And a three-pointer that goes up from Sophia Geiger. She's a player to watch tonight. Number 1 and number 5, Brunsvold and Geiger.
Oak Grove coming out man-to-man. Not a lot of ball pressure, Coach.
Yeah, they're staying back off the Huskies. Claire Langenwalter, splash for three.
Kind of a flashback of last game. Claire came out last game and hit 2 threes. Let's see if we can keep that going.
Good start. Huskies up 6-0 in this one. Brunsvold drives, and she knocks down a pretty little floater in the lane.
Yeah, nice little runner.
Mauk looks at another three.
She's feeling it, Coach.
She is hot. Cambry Mauk has 2 3-pointers. Claire Langenwalter has 1. Huskies ahead 9-2. As the Grovers have some trouble against pressure and step out of bounds. That was Sophia Geiger. She was being pressured by Gracie Falk for the Huskies.
Yeah, no surprise that Gracie Falk is guarding one of the best offensive players in the other team. She's a great defender on the ball.
Kind of the Huskies' go-to defender every night. She's going to draw the best offensive guard on the other team. Here's Claire Woods going to work in that high post area. Spins back to her left, loses the ball out of bounds. It's going to be Grover ball. Claire, I feel like, will get more opportunities with that basketball.
Yeah, she creates good space in the lane there. Just spun and ended up tripping. Looks like on one of her own legs there, but she'll get more opportunities for sure.
And the student body's making plenty of noise tonight. We even have some students with the ESPN table. There's a pull-up jumper, and it's good. That's Peyton Hansen knocking one in for the Grovers. Their second basket. It's 9-4 Huskies.
Yeah, both opportunities by the Grovers. Nice moves in the lane, little runners.
Piper Nelson gives it up to Gracie Falk. She's going into Woods. Nice catch by Woods, and a great finish for Claire. Everybody is getting involved in the scoring for the Huskies.
That was a great post up by Claire. The second thing she did well, she went and got the ball. She didn't let the ball come to her. She went and got it.
Brunsvold drives the lane, and they're going to call a foul here on that shot. And that's going to be Cambry Mauk, so her first team foul.
Coach, it seems like the Grovers want to attack the middle of the Huskies' defense there.
Great observation. They're looking for that middle penetration as the first foul shot goes in for Harper Brunsvold. That's why we pay you the big dollars for that expert analysis. And that's 2 for 2 for Brunsvold. She's got 4. Coach Watson, he's got her circled on his scouting report. Langenwalter nearly gets it tipped away by Brunsvold, showing some defense from Brunsvold. Mauk, corner, Piper Nelson, it's long, offensive rebound, Falk, but it goes out of bounds. Nearly another one of those second opportunities for the Huskies.
Yeah, nearly one there. You'd like to see Claire had her girl pinned on the lane there. You'd like to see the Huskies get the ball back in there again.
Long pass intercepted by Cambry Mauk. It triggers a 3-on-2 break. Goes to Falk. She powers up on the glass, and that one's good. Basket Falk, assist Mauk, and we've got a timeout called by the Oak Grove Grovers. And it looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout. It is. We're going to keep it here, and we're going to call this one a Carlson Family Insurance timeout. Carlson Family Insurance, located at 2nd Avenue in downtown Wahpeton. Carlson Family Insurance works for their customers, not for the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their number one goal. And I think Coach Watson's number one goal might have been a hot start, and he got it.
Yeah, he talked about that in his pregame, how they got off to a hot start shooting. It's kind of a replica of the first time that they played. Let's see if Watson comes out with a different type of defense here. They've been mainly man-to-man. It almost looks like they're going to go into a little bit of a zone, full court here.
And Carolyn DeYoung is she's deep behind the zone. It goes high post, and that high post shot no good, but DeYoung, she rebounds, and she's going to get fouled. That shot at the high post is Harper Brunsvold, and she proves she can make it. That one misses. Good offensive rebound by DeYoung.
Yeah, DeYoung could cause some problems on the offensive glass. She's 6'2".
The personal foul was on Claire Langenwalter. DeYoung misses the first. DeYoung getting ready for the second. We do have a Studio 22 design shout-out line tonight. Send us a text. Tell us who you are, where you're watching from, who you want a shout-out for, and we will get it on the air. The number is 701-899-4490. And here comes Piper Nelson, gives it to Cambry Mauk, passed on the three, drives instead, off the bottom of the rim. Nice rebound by DeYoung. DeYoung, good size on her. Brunsvold, fast break, scoop shot, no good. DeYoung, offensive rebound right over the top of Mauk. And I think DeYoung is fouled once again. She'll go to the line for two more.
Yeah, 2 possessions in a row. DeYoung gets an offensive rebound. It's somebody you're going to have to watch and get a body on to make sure she doesn't continue to get those rebounds. Could possibly cause some foul trouble for the Huskies.
And that is a second personal foul on Cambry Mauk. She's going to go to the bench and rest for a little bit, but she deserves that rest, hitting 2 threes early and getting the Huskies off to a great start.
Yeah, Cam's a little frustrated, but take a little break, get back in there.
Nearly an offensive rebound basket. That's McCall Johnson. DeYoung, did she make the first foul shot?
Yes.
And just as I'm sorting that out, Ashland, the microwave Max, comes in the game and gets 2 right away.
Great pass by Mauk. Ball barely touched the floor, like the old Boston Celtic fast break coach, where rarely did the ball touch the floor. A couple bounces by Piper up to Mauk, and a right a dish without even a dribble to Max.
And we love to see that. That's good basketball, and the pass advances the ball a lot faster than the dribble does. And we have a foul on the Grovers. That's going to be Harper Brunsvold. First team foul, first personal foul. Taylor Mauk inbounds the ball. Ella Langenwalter in. She's done a nice job off the bench in the post position. Here's Piper, primetime Nelson. Her left-hand scoop goes hard off the glass. Bringing it up is Peyton Hansen, and she finds her teammate. That was McCall Johnson missing that layup. Here's Langenwalter. The pace is a little bit racehorse right now. Brunsvold, transition, pull up. She nails it. She's got 6 for the Grovers. That's a good basketball player right there.
Yeah, that's the 3rd time she's got in the middle of the lane. She's 2 for 3 in there.
Ashland Mad Max gives it over to Taylor Mauk. Piper Nelson gives it up to Woods. Woods drives left, powers it in.
Great
That's
ball,
2 more
yeah.
for Woods, 4 for her.
Great ball fake and then go to her left and finish.
Here's a Grovers baseline drive. Step back shot, no good. That was McCall Johnson. Here's Ashland Max. looking it over. Far side to Taylor Mout. And a steal for the Grovers. That was Sophia Geiger. Brunsvold, fast break basket. She's got 8. Good start for her tonight. And on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard, it's 17-11. Claire Woods drives again, reverse layup, just not high enough on the glass, but that was a great move.
Yeah, another good ball fake. Moved her left, just needs to finish the shot.
Long 3, that was Sophia Geiger, offensive rebound. That was Harper Brunsvold trying to put it back. Claire Woods bats it out. And we've got a timeout called by the Wahpeton Huskies. Looks like it's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here once again. We're going to burn those 30s early, it looks like.
Yeah, kind of, one of the keys of the game, Noel, that we talked about was the offensive rebounding. And I think right now, in the first quarter, the Huskies are up 17-11, but the Oak Grovers are staying in the game by getting some offensive rebounds. DeYoung's got 2, and now down on this end, they just got another offensive rebound and a second chance opportunity here.
Great observation. And on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard, we've got 2:04 left in the first quarter. Wahpeton Huskies lead by 6, 17-11. We've got competition down on the stage from an ESPN crew made up of high school students. So we hope you're not watching ESPN. We hope you're watching Three Borders Sports Network streaming on YouTube and on Channel 28, Red River Communications. Nice baseline screen. Geiger puts one up, bounces around, rebounded by Woods. Nice rebound by Woods. She's going to lead the break. She's not afraid to do that. Piper, primetime Nelson. 3's no good. Good rebound by DeYoung. DeYoung's got a nice basketball frame on her. Long arms, tall body. That shot's no good. I believe a travel before the shot, I think, McCall Johnson.
Yep, you're correct, Coach. Just a little bit of trying to go left and one extra step.
Good. Skyly Pulskamp checks in for Piper Nelson.
Yeah, good defense by the Huskies, cutting them off before they get to the lane, keeping them out of that middle area.
Skyly Pulskamp running the point. She goes to Taylor Mauk. Ashlyn Max, top of the key and bottom of the net. Ashlyn Max is out here tossing bombs. The microwave is heating up with 5.
Yeah, she read a screen well there, Coach. She came off the baseline, off a screen, and was wide open and was ready to shoot the ball.
That might have been an Ella Langenwalter screen. As the Grovers miss a 3, it goes out of bounds into the student body. Much to the joy of the student body as they point which direction the ball's going to go.
Good crowd down there.
It is a good crowd.
You can tell it's Friday night. They're revved up a little bit.
It's been a long week of school, and they're ready to let off some steam. So I got to ask you, Steve, are you having fun yet?
Oh, we're watching basketball. It's always fun.
Taylor Mauk. She's going to work against the Grovers. Here's Max, gives it up to Woods. Woods for 3, just a little bit off. Nice rebound. Taylor Mauk was trying to feed Ella Langenwalter. Finally, Woods gets it under control. Here's Pulskamp at the top. We're down to about 35 seconds left in the quarter. 20 on the shot clock.
Now you'd like to see the Huskies run this down a little bit. Take a last. Oh, there we go.
Taylor Mauk is not listening to you. She launches a 3, goes out of bounds. 23 on the clock. And here comes Maddie Lehrkamp giving Claire Woods a break. DeYoung gets a break as well. And I think that's Taylor Euchard, number 40, that came into the game for Oak Grove. So both post players that jumped it up on our Tyler Farm Supply opening tip are getting a little extra break before the quarter break here.
So the Huskies come back in a little full court zone, 1-2-2.
They like to trap out of this when they get the opportunity. Here's Geiger right down the lane. And there's going to be a blocking foul, I believe. That's going to be on Ella Langenwalter.
I'm going to guess at the end of the first quarter here that one of the focuses for Coach Watson is going to be protecting that middle. The Grovers want to attack there, and they're getting there, causing some foul trouble, plus scoring when they get there.
Geiger misses the first. Some of our sponsors include Giant Seeds and Snacks, Essentia Health, Smith Motors of Wahpeton, Wahpeton Daily News. Channel Seeds and Matt Bone. Second one is good for Geiger. That's her first point of the game. Here's Postgame under 10. She finds Max. Mad Max crosses over, tries to drive, and it's going to be a blocking foul on Taylor Euchre for the Grovers, her first foul.
Looks like they're going to call it on the ground, so the Huskies will have to take the ball out of bounds here.
Not a bad call. It didn't look like the ball was above Max's hip yet. 3.9. Max launches a three. A little bit hard. Mauk rebounds, but she's out of time, and so are we. First quarter ends. Huskies lead 20-12 on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Our goal is to find the vehicle that fits you, both in lifestyle and budget. Do more with the spacious GMC Acadia, the powerful, always dependable Chevy Silverado, or the rugged, hardworking GMC Sierra. Since 1960, Smith Motors has provided an excellent automotive experience featuring high-quality service and low-pressure sales. Chevrolet or GMC, the selection is great. And if we don't have it, we'll find it for you. Smith Motors, small-town friendly, big-town.
And welcome back to historic Wahpeton High School. I'm Noel Eckroth, and he's Steve Hockert. Steve, it's been great working with you for 3 games in a row. This is our 3rd game in the row. Hopefully, you're having a good time doing this.
Yeah, this has been a blast, Coach, and we've had 2 good first games, and this is rounding out to be another one, I think.
Claire Langenwalter handles it against the Grovers.
Huskies, Piper Nelson. They got a matchup. If Claire can get inside, it looks like she's got a matchup that she could take advantage of.
And there's a long three. Gracie Falk rebounded by Harper Brunsvold. She's going to see what she can do in transition and loses it into the student body. To your earlier point, guarding Claire Woods is Taylor Euchre, number 40 for the Grovers. Claire Woods has a decided height advantage. Euchre, a strong post player on the block. We'll see if she's there to maybe fight for position.
Yeah, you'd like to see her get in the post. With that height advantage, she's got probably a 6-inch advantage at least.
And so far, Claire's been stepping away from the basket to face up against Euchre. Here she is going to work along the foul line. Gives it up to Gracie Falk. Corner three. Nothing but net for Gracie Falk. This is a good offensive game for her. She starts with 5.
Yeah, she didn't like the first one, but she sank the second. Nothing but net.
Here's a drive and a trip. That's going to be called a foul. Claire Langenwalter feels like she wasn't even close to her. That's a hard one to argue, though.
Yeah, that's Claire's second, so she's going to have to sit.
She takes a break. Ashlyn Max is in the game. Remember, you can contact us on the Studio 22 Design Shoutout line. The number is 701-899-4490. Here's a drive by Geiger. Scoop shot bounces around. Rebounded by Falk. And she passes ahead to Max. Back to Falk, back to Piper Nelson, and around to Ella Langenwalter. Ella Langenwalter will toss it into Claire Woods. Back out to Langenwalter. Short corner shot. All net. Nice shot for Ella Langenwalter. And we have a timeout called by the Oak Grove Grovers. It is a full timeout. We'll be right back after this. Hold your thought, Steve Hockert. We'll come back to you.
Back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Eggeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, Our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
Welcome back to Wahpeton High School, everybody. You're watching Lady Husky basketball on Three Borders Sports Network, streaming on YouTube and also on Red River Communications Channel 28. Coach Hockert, you saw something right before we went to break.
Yeah, Claire, a couple possessions ago, she drove in the middle and was surrounded and tried to force one there. She felt the force and she kicked it out, and that's Ella Langenwalter's shot, that little 15-footer.
She's proven to be an effective shooter in that mid-range area, especially high post. As we see a Brunsvold turnover for the Grovers, Huskies will take control. And a nice lead, 25-12 on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard.
This is a great start to the second quarter for the Huskies.
Euchre is fighting Woods in the post. Falk gets the batted pass back. Euchre steals it back. And we've got a foul called out top. And they called that on Gracie Falk.
Just her first, Coach.
One on her. Huskies have 2 in the second quarter. We're at 5:55 of the second quarter. And here comes Sophie Geiger.
It's like a extended 2-3 zone here, maybe looking to trap in the corners.
Coach Watson loves to change the look. Euchre has it in, kicks it out to Brunsvold. The 3 is long. Falk has a hard time with the rebound. And there's a block shot by Falk. DeYoung almost put it back. Check that. That was Molly Welch that almost put it back. Piper Nelson just off the back iron. Nice rebound by Ashlyn Max.
Another second chance opportunity.
Ella Langenwalter shows the shot fake, gives it up to Woods. Woods mid-range jumper gets rebound. Once again, that's Molly Welch with the rebound. And we got a jump ball call. It's going to be Husky basketball.
Gracie Falk, she's a lot of fun to watch. She's got her nose in everything.
She's been really busy, hasn't she?
She always seems to be in the mix of things, doesn't she?
She kind of lost a rebound down there, but she managed to block the shot right after it. So, there's no quit in Gracie Falk. She just keeps playing.
I'm going to expect this out of bounds play. I think it's going to go up top, and they're going to dump it right down into Woods.
A little high-low action. Woods gets it like you predicted. Lays it in nicely with the left hand. Great finish for Claire Woods. If you can get a post to finish with right and left hand both, you're really onto something. That's why she's so consistent every night.
Yeah, you can almost put her in the books for 15 to 18 points a night, Coach.
And there's a three-pointer. A nice shot for Sophia Geiger. She has 4 on the game.
Yeah, that helps the Grovers out a little bit. They needed that.
Gracie Falk made one earlier, makes one again. Gracie Falk for 3.
Gracie having a great game, nose in everything, playing defense, rebounding, and now hits a 3. That's her second, isn't it, Coach?
She's got 8 points in the first half, and there's a steal. Gracie Falk is all over the place. She's an early candidate for our Optimum Rehab Player of the Game, and there's a 3 from Ashlyn Mad Max.
Huskies are filling the hoop, Coach.
3-ball corner pocket from Max.
Yeah, Max knocks it down. Nice pass by Falk.
Peyton hands it, gives it to Brunsvold. Her corner 3, no good. Rebound basket, no good for McCall Johnson. Skyly Pulskamp comes out of it. Long pass ahead. And we're going to have a foul. It looked like Peyton Hansen was going to steal that. And the foul is against the Huskies.
The Huskies really want to play an up-and-down game. They get a rebound, and they're looking to go there. But maybe that pass there by Falk, there was somebody, I can't remember who it was, Coach, but right about midcourt. That pass should go to midcourt and then up to the next level.
And then to the wing. You'd almost have a transition, like you said earlier, with all passing. Brunsvold dumps it in. Power up left-hand basket. That was McCall Johnson with her first bucket of the game. Nice play by the Grovers.
Yeah, that's one way to attack a zone, a cutter from the top.
Huskies have 5 on the perimeter. 5 out motion. Woods penetrates, gives it to Mauk, who tries the three, no good. Ashlyn Max gets offensive rebound. Another money ball that Coach Hocker calls it.
Let's see if they can convert here. Looks like they're going to run a set play. Maybe look at getting it inside.
Mauk wanted to, but DeYoung kind of takes away that passing angle. Piper Nelson gives it to Pulskamp. She gives it to Mauk. Mauk is blocked.
Yeah, she ran into a tall tree there.
Peyton Hansen with the block shot. And she brings it up and initiates the offense. Brunsvold has it. She's working against Pulskamp, and she's going to draw a blocking foul on Pulskamp.
Yeah, just got to move our feet a little bit too close. Move your feet, force them to the baseline so they don't get inside of that lane. Once you get inside of that lane, as a defender, you lose. You lose the opportunity to defend successfully.
First free throw bounces out. Some of our sponsors include Comfy Vibes Company. That's a new sponsor this year. Gripper Sports, Bell Bank, Midcoast Ag Products, All Seasons Car Wash, Country Financial of Wahpeton, and Red River Grain. Brunsvold makes the second of two, 3 of 4 on foul shots tonight. When these teams played January 12th, she had 17. Piper Nelson, who had 28 last time these teams played, gets the offense going. Pass goes through Taylor Mauk's hands. She saves it through her legs. And avoiding the over and back. Nice pickup by Piper Nelson. Woods going to work. Step back three. Splash! That's a three for Woods.
Yeah,
She's got 11.
You don't see many post players that can score inside and then make that move. One dribble, step back, and three. Hard to defend.
She can hurt you in so many ways. And Scully Pulskamp is frustrated that she got her second foul. Second foul, Pulskamp.
I think sometimes Coach Watson's okay with this, though. He likes to put pressure on the ball, and they play a lot of girls. So they like to be physical on the perimeter, and they're doing a good job. The Huskies are forcing the Grovers to take shots like we talked about in the pregame, taking shots that maybe they're not comfortable with, or one pass into the possession. We've seen that a couple times where they launch a deep three, and the Huskies are able to get a rebound and go the other way.
The Huskies are young. They're the cardiac kids. They have some depth. And all these young guards can really play, like you said.
And they like to defend, Coach. They like to do both ends of the floor.
And that's a steal and layup. Peyton Hansen.
Yeah, just a little errant pass there.
I believe the young made both foul shots, correct?
Correct.
Thank you very much. My memory is not as good as it used to be. Here's Ashlyn Max. Going to Piper Nelson. That one's good. Piper, prime time. Nelson hits her first bucket of the game, and it's a big one with 1:43 left in the second quarter.
Yeah, the Grovers have definitely done a nice job on Piper tonight. She hasn't had a lot of opportunities to shoot.
And bang, there's another three. This time it's Harper Brunsvold. You can make three, so can I. Piper Nelson, she's got a little spring in her step, goes to Cambry Mauk. She's back after a long break. Max goes in the Woods. Woods starts left, turns right. Her turnaround shot is in and out. Rebounded one-handed by DeYoung. Taken away by Mauk. Puts it up, no good. There's a scramble for the ball, and Mad Max gets out of there with it.
Yeah, good opportunity by Cambry, but just couldn't finish. 2 offensive rebounds. Let's see if the Huskies can take advantage of this opportunity.
Woods has it, top of the key. Gives it up to Mauk. Max, she thought about it. Piper Nelson launches another three. Back-to-back threes. Piper Nelson. Piper, prime time Nelson.
Yeah, almost the same spot, Coach. Maybe a little bit more to the right, but hard to hold her down all game. If you're going to give her a look, she's going to take it.
Another three. Brunsvold was looking to answer. That one's no good. Max outlet pass to Claire Woods. She goes ahead to Nelson. Nelson, beautiful pass to Taylor Mauk. Huskies don't get the basket in transition. Here come the Grovers. We're down to 20 seconds, and that's going to be a three. That one is good. That was Geiger. Wow, we got some hot shooting teams here tonight, but the Huskies getting the better of it. 41-28, we're under 10. 5. Here's Piper Nelson. Gives it up to Woods. She launches just off the front iron at the buzzer. Wow, talk about a fast-paced, exciting first half. This is North Dakota Division A Region 1 basketball game of the week on Three Borders Sports Network. You're watching it on Red River Communications, Channel 28. It's halftime, and we'll be right back after these messages.
We know switching banks takes time. But what if we told you that at Bell Bank, we have a team that knows you by name?
Worth it.
Or real people that answer the phone within 22 seconds.
Worth it.
A bank that you can trust that will never hit you with sneaky fees?
It's so worth it.
Switch and see why Bell Bank is worth it. Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Minn Kota Ag Products has helped farmers with all their agricultural needs as the farming industry has expanded. They provide farmers with all their chemical, fertilizer, seed, grain, and elevator needs. They also offer deep band tillage, chemical application, and fertilizer application, just to name a few. Proud to be a partner in your operation since 1941. Download the MKAP Grower 360 app from your app store today to see current market prices, your tickets, and any essential information for your operation. Thanks for all your hard work.
At Interstate Engineering, we're more than engineers and surveyors. We're partners in building stronger communities. For 50 years, we've partnered with communities across the Great Plains region, from airports to water systems, transportation to recreation. Our team delivers innovative solutions with integrity, loyalty, and a passion for helping others. Interstate Engineering, improving life, one community at a time.
Welcome back, everybody, to the OSPTI halftime show. We're happy to have you here watching tonight on our live YouTube stream, as well as on Channel 28 on Red River Communications Internet with a human touch. OSPTI sponsors our halftime show, and it's OSPTI for all your physical therapy needs. Contact the professionals at OSPTI with locations in Fergus Falls and Breckenridge. To start our OSPTI halftime show, I'm going to go to the box score right away, and we've got everything added up and balanced out, so it's looking pretty good here. Great offensive half for the Wahpeton Huskies. They have 41 points. And our scoring for the Huskies looks like this. Piper Nelson, 2 3-pointers for 6 points in the half. Ashlyn Mad Max has 8 points in the half. She also hit 2 threes and had a 2-point basket on the fast break. Cambry Mount had 2 early 3-pointers. So the 3-point shooting tonight has been kind of impressive. She has 6 in the half. Gracie Falk, who's playing an amazing game on defense and offense. Her offense has really come together tonight. She's hit 2 3-pointers and has a basket. She has 8. Ella Langenwalter hit a nice little mid-range baseline shot for 2. Claire Langenwalter got in on the 3-point party, making a 3. And Claire Woods has 9 at the half. She made 3 2-point buckets in the lane and nailed a really nice-looking 3. So the Huskies have 41. Going to the Oak Grove Grovers, Harper Brunsvold is the leading scorer for both teams in the half. She has 12. She had 3 2-point baskets. She made a 3 and was 3 of 4 on foul shots. Sophia Geiger, she's hit 2 threes, made a foul shot. She has 7. McCall Johnson has 2. Peyton Hansen has 4. And Caroline DeYoung has 3. for the Oak Grove Grovers. So on your Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard, it's Wahpeton Huskies 41 and the Oak Grove Grovers 28. Taking a quick look, I know it's kind of outside of this game here, but there is a poll in Division A North Dakota High School Girls. This came out on the 4th, and in the top 5 polls, top 5 state poll, number 5 is Hazen. Number 4 is Carrington. Number 3 is Valley City, leading Region 1. Huskies are ahead of Kindred by a half game in second place, chasing Valley City. Huskies and Kindred will meet next Thursday right here in a doubleheader with the boys. You'll be able to watch that one right here on Three Borders Sports Network. The number 2 team is Thompson, and I believe the Huskies have Thompson coming up pretty soon here in girls basketball. And number 1, they've been there almost all year long, South Prairie Max. Receiving votes is Turtle Mountain, and Turtle Mountain is also on the Huskies schedule coming up. I'm going to kick it over to our expert color analyst around here. We call him Principal Hockert. And Steve, your thoughts on the first half? It really was a 3-point party, wasn't it?
Well, it was definitely entertaining. I think you can just shut the shot clock off because I don't think it's going to be needed. Offensively for the Huskies, you and I talked about a balanced attack, and as you're going through the leading scorers or all the scorers, you see Claire Woods with 9. You got Gracie Falk with 8, Mauk with 6, Ashla Max with 8. I mean, it's really a nice balanced attack for the Huskies, and I think if you're Coach Watson and that staff, duplicate that in the second half. Defensively, I think they left a few shooters open, and I think that's probably the conversation that they're probably having in the locker room of they're going back and forth in the zones and maybe a little bit of man, but as they're switching, let's make sure that we have our shooters covered because the Grovers have shown that they can shoot the basketball when they're left open, and then just continue to rebound. They only went through one stretch, the Huskies did, where they didn't rebound well, and that was towards the end of that second quarter, and the Grovers got themselves back in the game a little bit. And the last thing, Coach, I think is, if you're talking, have a good start to the third quarter. The Huskies are up 13 right now, and you want to have a good start and don't give the Grovers a thought that, hey, we can get back in this game. So I think those are some keys to look for going into the second half.
Good look ahead to the second half, and we do have some Studio 22 design shout-outs coming in. I'm going to just check these text messages real quick. And somebody sent me this message, no name. Them ESPN boys are courtside. So, yes, they are. And it says, shout us out. So maybe it's them. Hey, ESPN boys, here's a shout-out to you guys. Nice job with your coverage. I can't wait to see it on SportsCenter tonight. All right, another shout-out. Go Huskies, watching from Southern California. That's Alexis Bach. And we hear from Alexis Bach quite often. It's great to hear from you again tonight. Cheering for the Lady Huskies from Everett, Washington. Shout out to my nieces, Claire and Ella. It's great to hear from the Langenwalters. Let's go Huskies. Hello from Brittany, Ava, Hayden, and everyone at Red River Home, 1348. Laura Lucina, high school Spanish teacher. Hola to you and Principal Hockert. We make a great team. We are having fun watching the Lady Huskies on Three Borders. Special shout out to all my Spanish students playing great ball tonight. How about a shout out to the BW Storm wrestling team for finishing the regular season in dominant fashion with 3 consecutive EDC dual wins. And before the game, before we went on air, Coach Hockert, you were telling me you really had a good time watching the wrestling team just this last Tuesday night, I think.
Yeah, they faced the West Fargo Packers, and they went down to the last match with Luke Anderson, as you call him, Big Luke. What do you call him?
Big Luke Anderson.
There you go. So he needed the win for the Huskies to win the match, and he actually pinned his guy within the first minute, and it was a great moment, and great to see Luke do that.
There's nothing more fun, and there's no crowd like a wrestling crowd. Wrestling crowds are a lot of fun.
Yeah, they're unique for sure, and there's a lot of experts. There's a lot of yelling, but yeah, it was a great night. The spotlight was on, and Luke when he pinned his guy, he got up and he gave a great big flex. So maybe a shout out to Luke, and Luke also signed with Jamestown College this week to go play college football. So congratulations to him.
Congratulations to Luke Anderson, and he can aspire to maybe someday be in that Jamestown College Hall of Fame like you, Mr. Hockert. Mr. Three-Pointer, and it's a three-point party here tonight. I got one last shout-out that I got to get to. Good first half. Go Huskies. That comes from Superintendent Kaiser. It's good to hear from you, boss. So we are covering all of our administrative bases tonight. David Woods, athletic director, is down patrolling the student body and keeping that ESPN crew in line as well.
Yeah, the students are rubbed up, so I think he's probably got his hands full tonight. But no staff meetings to worry about. No PLCs, Noel, and we're just going to have a little fun here in the second half. How's that sound?
PLCs, we're going to go with TLC, some tender love and care for the Lady Huskies right here, nursing a 28-point lead, and it looks like it's going to be Grover basketball to start the second half. That's going to put a wrap on our OSPTI halftime show, and that was a lot of fun with you, Coach Hockert, and it looks like the Grovers are ready to go, ready to play it in. The Huskies on defense. Looks like they're hitting at a 1-3-1 possible half-court trap here. We'll see what they do.
It does appear that way.
So the Grovers move the ball around. Geiger has it near sideline. Skip pass. Goes inside to DeYoung. Here's Brunsvold. High post. Shot fake. Pull up. It's good. That's a nice start for the Grovers this half. She's got 14 on the game.
Yeah, I think most of them inside of the paint, attacking the zone.
Claire Langenwalter gives it up to Gracie Falk, who gets a ball screen from Woods.
Claire's got to be careful there with her ball screen, not to clip the defender there.
Yeah, she's going to have to stay still on that screen. Misread the post-entry pass. It gets stolen, and here comes the Grover offense. That's Brunsvold. She's going to work, and her floater this time does not go down. Woods dribbles out of a crowd. His bodies bounce off her. Nice pass to Claire Langenwalter. Assist Woods. Basket Claire Langenwalter. And Claire Langenwalter has 5 in the game. Yeah, and a couple assists for Woods.
Nice job by Claire running the floor, and then nice assist by Woods.
Brunsvold scoop shot. Rebounded by Woods. Grovers are onto some with Brunsvold at that high post versus zone. She's 1 of 3 to get started here, but she's pretty deadly at that range. Nelson gives it up to Falk, who's having a really nice game, guarded by Brunsvold. Cambry Mauk has it now, guarded by DeYoung. Piper Nelson penetrates the lane. Euro step, scoop. It's a blocking foul, and I believe that's going to be because of the restraining circle.
Yeah, nice little drive there. She kind of split 3 or 4 defenders there, did a nice job controlling her body, and drew the foul.
Piper Nelson will go to the line. She's going to have 2 shots. She has 6 points tonight.
Is this the Huskies' first time to the free throw line tonight?
It is. The Huskies have been too busy making jumpers.
They have been hot from the 3.
It is a 3-point party. That first half was. Piper Nelson makes the second. So she's got 8. On our other YouTube live stream, you can see Joe Schreiner and Camden Yard Kelson's coverage of Cowboys versus Nuggets. And we're going to have a backcourt violation here at the timeline. It's going to be Grover basketball. So turnover Huskies.
Yeah, you could see there again, Coach Watson switching defense. He started out in that 1-3-1, like you said, Coach, and now went to a 1-2-2. Maybe caught the Grovers a little bit off guard.
I really like his use of odd front zones and his mixture of defenses. Here's Piper Nelson. Piper Nelson, prime time.
Yeah, she's starting to heat up, Coach. Maybe a little bit of a slower start. She missed a couple open threes to get it going, but made her last 3 now.
Third 3 of the game for Piper Nelson. As that ball goes out of bounds, Grovers retain possession. Plenty of shot clock. It's at 27. We're in the third quarter, 6 minutes remaining. Here's the sideline inbounds play. It goes to Geiger with a corner shot. Her 3, no good. Battle for the rebound. That's a good battle. Cambry Mauk versus McCall Johnson. Similar players. But possession arrow, I believe possession arrow says Huskies.
It is Husky ball.
Husky ball, and that switches the possession arrow. Here comes Piper Nelson, the 8th grade sensation. Played a lot of point guard as a 7th grader last year for the Huskies, and her game continues to grow. High screen, Langenwalter for Falk. Falk, some troubles, double teamed, it's taken away. Geiger on the break, it's a 2-on-1. She takes it herself. Her floater rolls around the rim and out. Rebound Piper Nelson.
We got some girls open at the other end.
Pass ahead to Claire Woods, who lays it in. Assist Piper Nelson. And that is another basket for Claire Woods. She's got 11. It's 50-30, 20-point lead Huskies. Brunsvold, 3, no good. Rebound, Johnson, no good.
Good
Rebound,
box,
Mauk.
Good box out by Mauk and Woods there.
Yeah, there was a nice pocket for the rebound. They didn't have to jump for it. Falk's going to try a 3, because why not? So far, they've all went in. That one doesn't. Cambry Mauk knocks it out of bounds. Substitutes here. Go ahead.
Maybe a little heat check by Falk. She's feeling it, maybe.
And I think she should shoot it. You got to trust her judgment a little bit. She's been playing hard. She's in the flow of the game, and she made 2. In that first half, Piper Nelson made 2 threes. Max made 2 threes. Cambry Mauk 2 threes. Falk 2 threes. Langenwalter 1. Woods 1. And in this half, Piper Nelson makes another. There's a 3-pointer. That one's no good. Rebounded by Max. Max is looking ahead on the break, always looking up. Pass ahead to Mauk. Woods top of the key. Wants to reverse. Back cut. Piper Nelson assist Woods. She's got several assists tonight.
That's one thing I love about Piper Nelson is, they were extending her, trying to deny her the ball, and she immediately cut back door. You don't see many 8th graders do that.
No, you don't. Excellent observation. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. You're watching Lady Husky basketball on Three Border Sports Network.
Red River Valley and Western Railroad has served North Dakota and Minnesota with over 500 miles of track. Red River Valley and Western handles shipping, freight car repair, storage options, and now transload services. With over 30 years of experience in the railroad industry, they know dependable service is what you strive for. Red River Valley and Western is proud to be a part of the community since 1987.
What?
And we're back at historic Wahpeton High School Gymnasium. On the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard, the Huskies have ran out to a big lead, 52-30. So a big lead, 22-point lead for the Huskies. Good start to the second half, like they had a good start to the game.
Yeah, just as you mentioned when we were in break here, Coach, 11-2 run to start this half, 22-point lead.
We're at about 4.5 remaining in the third, and the Huskies are looking good in Region 1 with a big lead on the Oak Grove Grovers. So Oak Grove tonight visiting the Wahpeton Huskies in a Region 1 Division A high school girls matchup. Nice pass against the 1-3-1. That's Molly Welch scoring for the Grovers. I didn't see who the assist was.
I missed that.
There's a 3, no good. And put back Cambry Mauk.
Yeah, Cambry
nice basket for her.
She came from one side of the lane to the other to come and get that rebound. Great dive to the hoop. Great rebound, great putback.
Another nice pass against the Huskies zone, but no basket there as Woods pulls down the rebound. Here's a 3 for Mauk. It rolls up, touches the shot clock, and that's going to be ruled out of bounds. I'm your host, Noel Eckroth, and co-hosting with me is Steve Hockert.
That's been about the only use for that shot clock tonight is that bounce off of there.
And a near steal by Piper Nelson. And do you count that as a steal when it goes off the opponent, or how do you stat that?
Give her the steal.
Give her the steal. I would if I was a high school statistician. You got to get a little bit of advantage when you're at home, right?
Yeah. Well, she made the play happen, so I would give her the steal.
Absolutely. And she pointed what direction the ball should go, too. So here's Piper Nelson setting the offense. Taylor Mauk coming out of the corner. Here's Woods. Woods looking to drive, but there were 2 defenders there, so Piper Nelson has it now. Scoop pass to Cambry Mauk. Shot fake. There's a long 3, and it's good for Piper Nelson. Another 3. She has 4 threes now, so quietly she's having herself a game.
And I believe, Coach, that's 4 for 4 in her last three three-pointers that she shot.
And we have a player control foul, an emphatic call. That's going to go against Sophia Geiger, her first, team second in the third quarter here. Ashlyn Max gives it up to Mauk. There's Taylor Mauk. Both Mauks in, Taylor and Cambry. Back cut, Ashlyn Max gets rejected. Corner shot, no good, Taylor Mauk. And we're going to have a foul call, I believe.
Yeah, you can live with that foul. I think that's on Cam again, trying to go get an offensive rebound. And you love to see that.
Yep, she's hustling, and that's going to be her third personal foul, but that's okay. Cambry Mauk goes out of the game to get a break. She's got 8 points, and she's been in the score column lately, doing a nice job shooting the ball for the Huskies. It's great to see. Geiger working against Max. Gets a ball screen from Euchre. Geiger lets it fly, but Woods knows she's got teammates ahead. Nice pass to Piper Nelson, and a great block from behind by Harper Brunsvold, running down a wide-open Nelson.
Yeah, great pass by Woods. Great hustle by Brunsvold to get back and save that hoop.
Nelson inbounds deep to Ella Langenwalter. There's that high-low you like on the inbound. Left-hand scoop from Claire Langenwalter. Excuse me, Claire Woods. I'm sorry about that. She's got 2 buckets this half.
It almost looks like she prefers to go left, doesn't it, Coach?
Yeah, and shoot it left. Go left, shoot it left. And there's going to be a foul on Taylor Mauk. Going up for the shot was Molly Welsh, another tall forward for the Grovers. Taylor Mauk's first. She's not in trouble. Good defender, good speed for the Huskies. First shot for Welsh. All net. Nice looking foul shot. That one is off the front iron, rebounded by Langenwalter. Piper Nelson, cross court to Mauk. Mauk hits the trailer, and the trailer's Claire Wood, shoots a 3, no good. Ashlyn Max, her return shot, no good. Langenwalter rebound shot, blocked. Geiger blocked that shot, and now Max steals it, it's going to be a foul.
I believe they have it on the Grovers, though.
Okay, so Max got her hands on the ball, and she drew the foul from Geiger. Thank you, good eye. Those young eyes from Coach Hockert picking up everything that's going on here. Well done.
See what they have here, but I believe Piper's going to come off a screen here.
And she's wide open if she wants it. She's going to run offense. Euchre's on her. Piper might try to drive here. Taylor Mauk looking for Claire Woods. Ashlyn Max. Nothing but net for Ashlyn Max. That's her third 3 of the game. She's got 11.
No thought at all there. Came off that screen and let her go.
She's doing a great job coming off those down screens and burying the 3. There's a 3. That was Brunsvold, rebounded by Woods. And Woods is going to bring it up herself. Fakes the handoff, drives to the basket, puts it in, but we got a foul on the floor before the shot.
I think Claire was hoping they wouldn't call that foul there.
She was.
She looked a little disappointed.
Yep, she was licking her chops, knowing she's going to get to the basket. Here's that stack play out of bounds again. Grovers cover it well. Piper Nelson going to run offense. We're down to a minute left in the third. Emma Hornstein handling the ball. She gives it over to Max. Piper Nelson has it. Gets a screen from Mauk. Runs into Mauk. Offensive rebound, Woods. It's blocked out of bounds, but we've got a foul.
Piper kind of made her own path to the hoop there and got a decent look, actually. And
she did.
I thought she was going to make it.
Kind of bouncing teammates out of the way as well. That foul, I think, was on Addison Hunt. Her first. Woods at the line. First time at the line tonight. She makes that first shot.
Yeah, that's pretty rare for Claire not to go to the line until the third quarter. So
it doesn't happen often. How do you guard Claire Woods? I've seen every team do something different. I've seen some teams play behind her, and I think that's a big mistake. Some teams try to defender before the pass goes in, side deny. Some teams have tried to front her, and when she gets it, I've seen double teams come from the ball side wing and from the weak side wing. What would you tell your team, Coach Hockert? How do you defend Claire Woods? Maybe you can't.
Honestly, I feel like if she gets the ball in the post, if you don't double team her. Go ahead.
Brunsvold's shot, no good. Euchre high off the glass with a follow-up. That's her first basket. Go ahead and continue with what you would tell a defender.
You have to double team her in the post. We've proven a couple of times here if she's one-on-one, she's gonna get a good look and score. I think one thing that Claire does really well is when she realizes when she's getting double teamed in the middle, or she drives and she's getting double and triple teamed, she realizes that and she pulls herself out onto the perimeter. And we saw that a couple times tonight where she's hit a couple threes, hit that step back three. So I think she realizes that if she's not getting touches inside, she's going to pull herself out. And then as a coach, you got to make a decision. Are you going to guard her with a smaller girl then, or are you going to continue to allow her to shoot from the outside?
That was a steal by Brunsvold, and Skyly Pulskamp fouled her before she could get the layup. Grover's inbound. We're down to 5 seconds. Huskies get a steal. Here goes Gracie Falk. She could make something happen, but runs out of time. That's the end of the third quarter, everybody. And we'll be right back in 1 minute. You're watching Lady Husky basketball on Three Borders Sports Network.
Primary care mean to us? At Sanford Health, it means being there when and where you need it most. It means building a relationship, because when a provider really knows you, they can deliver the best care for every aspect of your health and your life. So what does primary care mean for you? It means understanding your health for today and for where you're headed next. It means a lifetime of care for a lifetime of you.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain Hefty Seed never changes. Red River Grain Hefty Seed works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers to attain the highest possible profit for you. Red River Grain Hefty Seed has been saving farmers money for years. For all your grain and agronomy needs, stop in or call the friendly staff at 643-3738 or visit them online at redrivergrain.com.
Welcome back to Wahpeton High School, everybody. I'm Noel Eckroth, and he's Steve Hockert. And we've got a good game going here. Wahpeton Huskies on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard lead 64-35 over the Grovers. So the Huskies are doing what they've got to do in Region 1. Here's the Grovers setting the offense. Geiger has it.
Huskies once again switching defenses, Coach. So now back into man. They haven't played man for a while, so.
Euchre goes to work against Woods. She stays with it, draws a foul, and nearly gets a three-point play out of it. That's Claire Woods' first foul tonight. She's done a great job of staying out of foul trouble.
Yeah, she has.
Euchre's going to shoot 2.
Yeah, good power move by Euchre down below there, and drew a foul on Claire.
First foul shot, no good. We received a text message from across the river, Breckenridge Cowboys versus Holly Nuggets. Breck gets the win 91-77. And in that game, as Euchre misses the second, and it's going to go out of bounds. There was no whistle there for a little bit. We're running a little time off the clock, I guess. Anyway, over in that Breckenridge Cowboy versus Holly Nugget game, Aiden Sanchez sets a new Breckenridge Cowboy single-game scoring record with 45 points.
That's a lot of points, Coach, in a high school game.
Congratulations to Aiden Sanchez and the Breckenridge Cowboys on a great game tonight versus the Holly Nuggets. That one bounces around for Claire Woods. It's not a 3, but it's a long 2. And she gets a friendly bounce on that one.
Yeah, a couple bounces and through the hoop.
Geiger working against Gracie Falk, who's having a great game. Geiger puts it up, and they're going to call a foul on Falk. Geiger's going to go to the line to shoot 2 for Gracie. I believe that's her second. It is.
Yeah, Geiger did a nice job handling Gracie Falk. There's not a lot of players that can handle her pressure, and made a nice move to her left and drew a foul.
misses the first foul shot. When they played on January 12th, Geiger had 9 points. She's got 7 right now. That makes it 8. So 8 points on the game thus far for Sophia Geiger. I think I've accidentally called her Sophie a couple times, but Sophia Geiger. Piper Nelson, there's a look for Falk. She passes. She gives it up to Claire Langenwalter. Cambry Mauch's back in. Claire Woods. Piper Nelson at the top. Nice crossover. Scoops it back out to Woods, who's making something happen. And it just rolls out for Claire. Gets her own rebound. Langenwalter thought about a 3, but a defender too close. Langenwalter on a shuffle cut across the lane.
I think Coach Watson is just fine running offense at this point.
Yep, might as well shorten the game. Go to that Bill Parcells offensive mindset. Run plays, run clock. Piper Nelson through the legs, working against Geiger. Here's Claire Langenwalter. She hasn't had many looks tonight. That three-pointer is rebounded by Gracie Falk again. Another extra opportunity for the Huskies. Falk looking to drive, nothing there. Gives it to Woods, not a bad choice. Piper Nelson has it. Mauch in the deep corner. Nice back cut out of Falk, but Mauch drives, she draws a foul. She'll go to the line.
Well, great possession by the Huskies. I think they had to take, a minute off the clock there. A couple offensive rebounds, ran the shot clock down.
And apparently that's the 4th foul on Harper Brunsvold. I missed a couple. Cambry Mauch misses that one. But now I'm caught up. I just put 3 more fouls in for her so I could catch up to the official scorebook across the way.
You got a lot going on.
So my stats are unofficial. It's fun though. We're having a good time. Mauch makes that one. So Mauch has 10 on the game. She's in double figures.
Yeah, she's had another nice game.
No, she has 9. Once again, unofficial stats. And here come the Grovers. We're at just over 5 minutes in the 4th. DeYoung gives it up to Geiger. Falk guarding Geiger. Goes into DeYoung. Johnson, a runner in the lane, bounces out, rebounded by who else? Gracie Falk. Gracie Falk advances, slows it down. Nice give and go cuts in this 5-out sort of motion sometimes.
They've had a couple nice back cuts. Piper Nelson had one, Max had one, I believe.
Piper Nelson, there she is again, Piper Nelson. Prime time Piper.
Is that her 5th, Coach? 5 in a row, I believe.
She's got 5 3-pointers. Made 3-pointers. There's DeYoung working in the lane. Batted out of there by Claire Langenwalter. Geiger's trying to set some offense here for the Grovers. A lot of dribbling against Falk. She comes free and puts one in for the Grovers. 2-pointer for Geiger. That was a nice move on Falk, who's a solid defender.
Yeah, that's 2 in a row. Geiger showing that she can play a little bit of basketball.
Good player. Coach Watson mentioned her in the pregame show. Emma Hornstein gives it over to Claire Woods in the corner. Huskies running that pass and move offense. There's a nice kick out to Claire Langenwalter. A good look for 3, goes in and out. And we're going to have a foul on this play. Let's see who he's going to call this one on. Is that going to be Gracie? Foul is on Gracie Falk. I believe. They're not putting it on the scoreboard yet. And we've got wholesale substitutions, 5 for 5. I still don't see a foul going up on the board, but I believe that was Gracie, and I think that's her 3rd. All right, Grovers have new players in, so we'll try to keep up with this. There's a 3-pointer, no good for Addison Hunt. Rebounded by Skyly Polskamp. Maddie Lehrkamp is out on the break running the floor. Couldn't get it to her. Oak Grove got back nicely. Lehrkamp gives it to Emma Hornstein. Here's Polskamp. Max has it. Hornstein has it. Polskamp, go ahead.
Huskies once again discontent, running some offense, taking the shot clock down.
Max, pull-up shot. Kiss off the glass. Mad Max penetrates and adds 2 more to her total. Addison Hunt handling for the Grovers. And that one's intercepted by Taylor Mauck. She's leading the break. Ahead to Emma Hornstein. On trend, in transition. It gets blocked. Addison Hunt with the block.
Yeah, nice job by Emma Hornstein running the floor and Taylor Mauck finding her.
It was a good-looking break, wasn't it?
It was.
And a nice defensive play by the Grovers to get the block. Hornstein for 3. A little bit long. Tipped by Polskamp. If somebody picks it up, Maddie Lehrkamp does. I think the Huskies will run this one down. Polskamp driving baseline. She stops, looking for help. Finds Lehrkamp.
Oh.
Yep, that's going to be, what do we got, a foul? We've got a foul called on the Grovers. Number 22, that's Sarah Tollefson, her first foul. Clock's running because of the mercy rule. Huskies will inbound. Taylor Mauck's going to play it in. We hope you'll stick around for our Farmers Community Credit Union postgame show where we will pick our Optimum Rehab Three Border Sports Network player of the game.
Not an easy call tonight.
No. No, we have a lot of choices. And we have a traveling violation, Skyly Polskamp. We'll also hear from head coach Brian Watson coming up. Lady Huskies doing what they needed to do tonight. Grover's running the offense, taking the time down. They're looking for a shot. Drive by Addison Hunt, nearly loses it out of bounds. And now the Grovers do. Husky basketball, we're under 20 seconds here. On the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard, it's Huskies 72, Grovers 38. See Agent Kyle DeVries for all your insurance needs. Lehrkamp gives it up to Polskamp. Ashlyn Mad Max. And we're running it down to 0. That's the end of the ball game. And the Wahpeton Lady Huskies walk away tonight with a nice Region 1 win and should be able to stay in second place in Region 1, setting up a great match Thursday next week when the Kindred Vikings come to town for a doubleheader. Boys basketball first, and I believe the girls basketball game will be second. I did get a text message, and on the other side of the river, the Breckenridge girls got the win against Hawley, 65-57. So the Cowgirls win, but right here, we're happy to see Lady Husky basketball get a Region 1 win. Congratulations, Huskies. We'll be back right after this with your First Community Credit Union post-game show. I'm Noel Eckroth. He's Steve Hockert. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Wahpeton Deli and Eatery, serving delicious deli staples paired with great service and friendly staff. They use the best ingredients and provide a great atmosphere. If you have an office party or an at-home celebration, Wahpeton Deli and Eatery can help with your next event. And now you can order online for in-store pickup. Check it out at wahpetondeliandeatery.com or call 642-3639.
No matter the time of year, there's never a bad time to get your ride sparkling at All Seasons Car Wash. ride deserves to shine all year round. We'll see you at All Seasons Car Wash.
We offer the greatest broadband that anyone can subscribe to. And that's because of the infrastructure that we have been able to build over the last decade. You know, we're talking 10 gigabit per customer. That's the network we're building. There's days I think about, what's the network going to be after I retire? Where it continues to evolve, and if it evolves as much as what it has in the last 73 years, we can't even dream what it's going to be in the future.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Farmers, be ready this.
And we're back high above Wahpeton High School's gymnasium floor. And I'd like to welcome all our viewers to the First Community Credit Union postgame show. I'm Noel Eckroth, and he's Steve Hockert. And this is, like I said, the First Community Credit Union postgame show. First Community Credit Union, make your dreams affordable with competitive rates and flexible terms with our products at FCCU. We're going to take a quick look at the box score tonight as the Huskies come away with and I didn't even check the final score, I believe it was 72-28.
Coach, I'm sorry.
Was that? I just let you down. I guess I could add out my box score and we could figure out what we got. What we got. More than 28-38. I think probably 72-38. So I'll have to do some math, and my math isn't always mathing. But let's take a look at the Fargo Oak Grover's scoreboard first. Their box score looks like this. Harper Brunsvold had 12 points in the first half, 2 in the second, so she finishes with 14. The Huskies did a nice job in the second half defensively on her. Sophia Geiger had a nice game, 7 in the first half, 3 in the second. She finishes with 10, so Sophia Geiger is in double figures. McCall Johnson for the Grovers finishes with 2. Peyton Hansen finishes with 4, and Molly Welsh with 3 points, Carolyn DeYoung with 3 points, and Taylor Euchre finishes with 2. That does total out to 38. I'm going to pretend I added that all by myself. We got a little bit of an assist from Steve Hockert and maybe a little assist from Brady DeVries over there, and we are certainly thankful for that. All right, I'm going to go over to the Wahpeton Huskies box score, and wow, it sure looks good for the Huskies. Piper Nelson finishes with 19. She made 5 3-pointers, had a 2-point basket, and 2 of 2 on foul shots. She had 28 last time these teams played, but that 19-point performance tonight looked good. Slow start, but once she got going, she really got hot from 3-point range. Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, I don't know this for sure. I'm not keeping stats, but I believe she missed her first maybe 2 or 3 3-pointers, and then hit that deep one and hit, I think, consecutive times down the floor, hit another one, and I think she went 5 for 5 after that, I believe is what it was.
I think you're right, because there was a couple misses early, and after that, it was pretty much all net all night for her. Ashlyn Max finishes with 13 points tonight. She hit 3 threes, 2 in the first and 1 in the second half, as we're joined now by head coach of the Lady Huskies, Mr. Brian Watson. I'll just finish out the scoring here. Cambry Mauk, again, a nice night for Cambry Mauk. She finishes with 9. Gracie Falk had 8 first-half points, finishes with 8, but wow, her contribution was immeasurable with all the steals, block shots, assists, seeing the floor, playing well in offense. She had a great night. Ella Langenwalter finishes with 2, Claire Langenwalter with 5, and Claire Woods, 9 in the first half, 8 in the second half. She finishes with 17 points. So there you have it, a Wahpeton Huskies 72-38 win over a Region 1 opponent, the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers, and the Lady Huskies tonight certainly did what they needed to do. And we are joined now by Lady Husky head coach, Mr. Brian Watson. And Steve, I'm going to turn it over to you for your interview, post-game interview with Coach Watson.
Coach, first, congratulations on the win. And, I think sometimes I know you have Roochin on Monday, but I think the girls are looking forward to Kindred too, and maybe a little bit of a trap game. And we knew Oak Grove was a good team, but one thing I continue to love about your team, Coach, is your defense. How you're calling your defenses too. You keep the other team off guard. So, that your girls are constantly, you play a lot of girls, but you're in people's faces. And the one thing I love about them is they appear like they love to play defense, Coach.
Yeah, I think so. One thing I do want to say is that Oak Grove is a good basketball team. I don't think the score is any indication of what they are. They took Kindred to task the other night, and I was a little worried about this game because I know that they could shoot it. They play some good defense too as well, but I had some concerns, and I just let our girls know, hey, we're going to have to play a really good basketball game. We're not going to be able to just go out here and run up and down the floor. We're going to have to hold to our assignments. We're going to have to play team defense. And I think in the second half, we really put the defense together in the second half. So I'm just proud of the way the girls played. We got a little bit of foul trouble with Cam, still able to kind of play through it. But we got contributions from everybody, and I think that's what makes a really good team. And we didn't get just contributions on offense. We got contributions on defense, and I think that's where we can, we can maybe find some success if we can continue to play as a team like that on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, maybe talk a little too, Coach. You're on a 4-game win streak now, and I look back to even the Northern Cass game. I watched it on TV, and the number of opportunities that you're getting second chance points. Maybe talk a little. I mean, your guards are crashing the boards. Cam is. You got Gracie Falk. You got Taylor Mauk. Just left and right. It's just not the post players.
Yeah, we kind of talked about that a little bit in film. We kind of showed the last time that we played Oak Grove, we weren't sending girls to the glass. We're kind of just standing around. So we talked about it a little bit in practice where we have to be active on that glass, and you have to be better at anticipating where that shot's going to come off at. You can't just wait for the ball to hit the rim and start going. You've got to, based on the way that it's going to hit the rim or where you think it's going to hit the rim, you got to try and anticipate and guess where it's going to go. And we've got some girls who can do a good job of that. Camry's been doing a really good job on the offensive glass. Gracie's been doing well. Taylor got in there a couple times too tonight. So I just think it's contagious. Things like that become contagious when one girl does it and they see the success. Hey, I can do that too. And I think they're kind of feeding off each other right now.
Yeah, you mentioned Cam. There was one play in the second half where I can't remember who shot the ball, but she came from one side of the floor to the other. Like you said, she was reading the shot. She saw it was going left, and she made a really aggressive attempt. She got the ball and laid it back up. So,
and those are things that, you try and coach those things, and you try and instill that in players, but you have to have a want to go and do that, because there's times when you're tired and you see that ball out there and you can just say, somebody else will get it. But I think Cam and Gracie and Taylor even too, they have a nose for the ball, and they're going to go get that thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So a little bit about the game. The first quarter you got off to a good start. I think it was 20-11, 20-12, but maybe I sense a little bit of frustration offensively, but maybe a little bit defensively. Brunsville got in the lane a couple times. But by the way, she only scored, I think, 1 or 2 points in the second half. Did a nice job shutting her down in the second half. She had 2 points. But talk a little bit about the start, and then we'll talk a little bit about second and third quarter.
I think offensively, we got off to a really good start. To have, girls who aren't your major scorers knock down threes right away early, that just kind of opens it up for everybody else. Cam knocked down a couple threes. We've been kind of waiting for her to knock down some shots from the outside because she has that in her game. And then Gracie knocked down some threes. She had a couple threes against Northern Cass as well early in that game, and then came back and did it again here. So to have those guys knock down those shots, it kind of puts the other team back on their heels, because they're so concerned about Piper and about Claire Woods. They were actually in a box and one on Claire Woods to start the game. So it did open up those other girls on the wings for shots. I don't think they were as concerned about Gracie and Cam taking those shots, but they can make those shots. They did, and that kind of loosened some things up. And as far as defense goes, I wasn't 100% happy with the way our defense was kind of midway through that first quarter. We just didn't hold to our assignments. There's things that we're trying to do in half court and three-quarter court where girls have got to cover certain areas, and for whatever reason, we're just not covering them the way that we're supposed to. We're able to kind of get through that. We kind of change defenses to give a different look and have girls do different things and not have to worry about certain areas. And we finally settled on man in the second half, and that was good for us.
Yeah. So, two things that Coach and I, Coach Eckroth here, talked about were your great starts to your second and third quarter. So, second quarter starts out, I felt like Oak Grove maybe had a little bit of momentum, like you said. Then you get them down 25-12 to start that second quarter. And then the third quarter, 11-2 run, I think it really took the sail out of them.
We talked about at halftime. I wasn't happy with the way that we finished the second quarter. We had the ball with the shot clock off, and then we come down and we turn it over, and then they come down and knock down a three. We at worst, we should have been up 16 at half, maybe even 19, maybe 18, but we're up 13 because we throw it away because we're trying to score right away, and then they come down and knock down a three. So I wasn't happy with that, and I'm happy that the girls were able to kind of take a little bit of that and get started well in the third quarter and lock down and play some defense in the second half. To give up 10 points or whatever it was in the second half, I think that's just crazy to a team that can really, really shoot the ball.
Yeah, girls play great. Balanced scoring, I think, is one thing. Your coach and I talked about that as a key to the game is, like Claire Woods again had 17 points. You almost can put her down in the book for 15 to 20 every night. That's very consistent, but across the board, 17, 5, 2, 8, 9, 13, and 19. I mean, what more can you ask for?
Yeah, we finally got Mike in double figures, so we're happy about that. So she had 13, so yeah, it's nice.
Mad Max, she's a fan favorite. She's fun to watch. You've got so many young players. You've got some depth on your team. Cardiac Kids with that big win last week. Coming up for you guys, you've got, I keep forgetting about this Monday game at Richland.
Yeah,
so you're going to go play Richland 44, and then you got a couple days. It's nice it's Monday instead of Tuesday, so you get a few extra days or an extra day to prepare for the doubleheader here when the Kindred Vikings come to town.
Yeah, it's going to be a big game for us. We're playing basically for second seed in the region. We're playing for second place in the region. And if we can get that done, that'd be good momentum coming into the region tournament. That game against Kindred will be a playoff game. It'll be a playoff before the region starts. So it'll be a good prep for us. We need to understand, what the task is. It's right there in front of us, and we'll have to see if this young team can get it done. But first, we have to play Richland. We can't, that game's out there, but we have to play Richland. It's a non-region game. It doesn't affect our region standings, but we'd like to kind of keep this win streak going here. It's always good when you win, and you can build off of them. So hopefully we can play well on Monday, and then we can use that as momentum going in to the game against Kindred.
Well, we're in the stretch run of the season, and you guys tonight extend your 3-game win streak to 4. You've won 7 of the last 10, so you guys are in really good shape. I think when the season started, you might be pretty happy with where you're at now if we had told you, well, hey, you're going to be in second place and you've got Kindred coming into your gym.
Yeah, I'll take it. We use all of our, non-region games as prep for the region and try and, get girls right and understand. So, you want to win them all, but we're preparing for our region, and then we're using our region to prepare for the region tournament. So we're in a good spot. I like where we are. I like how we're playing. I just hope we can continue to play well.
Absolutely. And we're certainly looking forward to this stretch run. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Reminder to everybody, you're watching the First Community Credit Union postgame show. First Community Credit Union, make your dreams affordable with competitive rates, flexible terms with our products. And I think we're going to transition now to the Optimum Rehab player of the game. Optimum Rehab, we want you to be able to do all the things you want to do. Stop and see Dr. Tony or visit the webpage at myoptimumrehab.com. And I don't know, I think my vote has got to go to Gracie Falk. You could give this vote to anybody. You can give this award to anybody in your team tonight. But I thought her energy to start defensively, steals, rebounds, plus the offense you got early really launched you guys.
I like it. I'm not going to argue. It's your choice
We
anyway.
got two
It's your
votes.
show.
We got
It's
two
your
votes.
show.
We got a third vote. We got to hear from Steve and his thoughts, our newest member of the Three Borders Sports Network family.
I think it's the right choice. She had a great game, and like you said, I think the first half she did a lot of great things, and every night she goes out and defends the best player on the floor. So I think she's well deserved.
Good choice.
So there you have it. We've got Gracie Falk, the sophomore guard for the Lady Huskies, is our Optimum Rehab player of the game, everybody. And preliminary games, the previously unbeaten Patrick Goulon coach C Squad dropped one to West Fargo Horace 47-55, so their first loss on the year, but they've been playing some really great basketball. The Lady Husky JV team gets the win 59-20 over Oak Grove, and our final in the varsity game tonight, 72-38. Thank you, Mike McCall, for texting that score to us. He's watching. He's listening.
He's always got our back.
He's got our back. He's ready to help us out. And I just want to go back to that Breckenridge boys game. Joe Schreiner, Camden Yards, Kelson, Chad Affield had a great game over there. Cowboys 91, Holly Nuggets 77. Aiden Sanchez hits both 1,000 career points and the Breckenridge Cowboys single-game scoring record, 45 points in a single game for him. Congratulations to Aiden Sanchez and the Cowboys on their win. But hey, congratulations to the Lady Huskies tonight, winning an important Region 1 game on their home floor and setting the table for some really good ball games next week. You'll get to see them here on Three Borders Sports Network. Steve, some final thoughts, and I think we'll sign off for the evening.
Yeah, another great night of basketball. Congratulations to the Lady Huskies and Coach Watson, and good luck to them the rest of the way. And just a reminder to the fans out there that the boys are home tomorrow versus Devil's Lake, and I believe Three Borders will have the call.
Three Borders will be covering that one. Joe Schreiner will be in Wahpeton. He'll be doing the play-by-play, and Brian Watson, our victorious coach tonight, will be doing the producing and the color commentary. It should be a lot of fun for some Saturday boys basketball, and a great matchup too. Huskies got the win in Devil's Lake. Now they get to play them at home, and we'll see what the Huskies do after that big 53-50 win over Central Cass. Well, I think that does it for us tonight. You've been watching Three Borders Sports Network live streaming on YouTube, also on Red River Communications, Channel 28. Signing off, I'm Noel Eckroth. He's Steve Hockert, and joining us late was head coach Brian Watson. You're watching Three Borders Sports Network. Goodbye, everybody. We'll leave that one alone. All right, drill splash. Do I need to do anything over here? I'm going to go end game first. So we'll give it a few seconds of end game. Yeah, and just hold it in, I guess. That's the honest, to hold it in. And you can do it. Holding the